How you guys doing? My name is Eric from Triple H Roofing, and today we're going to be talking about the most common questions we get asked when it comes to the insurance claim process. Now, if you click down below, you'll see a full list of the questions we have, and you can skip around to see what question you're looking for specifically. Now, if you don't see your question here, feel free to drop a comment, and we'll do our best to answer that question. But without further ado, let's go ahead and start. Now, the first question, do I need to tarp up my roof? The answer is yes. If there's storm damage on your property and tarping up your roof will help prevent further damage, insurance companies do like it whenever you tarp up your roof, because after there's storm damage found, you as a homeowner, now you're the one liable for minimizing that damage as much as possible. Call your roofer, have them come out there, have them see if there is storm damage, and if there is storm damage and they recommend tarping up your roof, go ahead and tarp it up. It does help you, and insurance companies do like that. Now, do be warned, there are some bad roofing companies that are out there that start tarping up every single roof even if there's no storm damage. Make sure you get a local professional roofing company, because if there's no storm damage and they start tarping up your roof, what they're doing is they're putting a whole bunch of nails on your roof, and if your insurance company does not go ahead and approve the claim, now you're liable for those damages caused by that roofing company. So just make sure you hire a good roofing company, because it does matter. Now, the next question we get asked is, will my rates go up if I file an insurance claim? The answer is no, your rates will not go up if you file a roof insurance claim. The reason being is that when it comes to hail, high winds, hurricane, tornadoes, those are storm damages created by an act of God or by nature, and they are out of your control. There's nothing that you could have done to stop this. So for that reason, those are covered and your rates will not go up. That is the reason why you have homeowner insurance. So if you do have storm damage, file a claim. It does not hurt you. Just make sure that there is storm damage on your property though. What is the insurance payment process like? Now, for 99% of homeowners, what it's going to look like is, first, there's a couple different terms you need to know. So there is RCV, the replacement cost value. There's ACV, actual cash value, what it's worth right now. There's depreciation, how much it lost its value within those years has been there. And then there's a deductible. So to make things very simple, just remember, you as a homeowner, the only thing you are liable for is the deductible. So that's the only thing you have to pay out of pocket, the deductible. Now, what the deductible cost is, it's usually a percentage of the home value, and in that package, if your claim does get approved, they break that down for you. Now, if your claim does get approved, what the payment process looks like is, first, the insurance company is going to send you a first check. Then you give that check to your roofer as well as the deductible. So you give the first check that the insurance company gave you and the deductible, which the deductible you're paying out of pocket. After the work has been completed, the roofer submits an invoices, pictures, and anything else the insurance company is asking for. Then the insurance company is going to release the last fund, which is that last check. Then that last check you give to your roofer, and that's it. So there's going to be 3 payments. The first check, the deductible, which you're liable for, and the last check, which is the depreciation usually reserved after everything has been done. The next question, do I need to get several estimates? The answer is no, you do not need to get several estimates, because it doesn't matter which roofing company you go with. At the end of the day, you are liable only for the deductible. So it doesn't matter if contractor A is saying it's going to cost this much and then contractor B says, no, I can give you for cheaper. It doesn't matter if you save money on the roof, you're not saving money on your deductible, you're only saving the insurance company money. And you do not want to sacrifice going cheap in this situation, because you are paying the same thing regardless. So my advice to you is just hire the most professional roofing company that's local, that you trust, to go ahead and get the job done, because you're paying the same regardless. And the last thing you want to do is to look for cheap. You find a guy that says I can do it for cheap, and then you pay the same amount, and then he cuts corners, he doesn't do it right, he installs incorrectly, or the material's missing, or this and that, and then you have headaches down the road. So to go ahead and stop all that, just hire the most professional roofing company that you trust to get the job done. The next question, do I need to pay my deductible? So this is a very common question, and look, the answer is going to be yes. You do have to pay your deductible in full. The reason being is that it's by law. If you do not pay your deductible, that is categorized as insurance fraud, and there is severe consequences for that. That is a felony. So just be careful if someone's saying that you don't need to pay your deductible with me, because if you go down that route, just understand that you are liable for any lawsuits. You are liable for jail time. So just be careful. It's better for you to follow everything by the rules and just do it the right way. Again, you're only liable for the deductible, and that's a way better deal than you having to replace the roof out of your pocket. Now, another question we get asked is, why will my claim not get approved, or why didn't my claim get approved? Now, there's a couple different reasons why claims don't get approved, but the most common reasons why they don't get approved is one, there's no storm damage. Sometimes there's hail damage in your neighborhood, but there's not hail damage on your roof. The adjuster and the roofer has to go on the roof and see visible evidence on the shingles that there is storm damage. Number two, there's not enough damage to go ahead and cover everything. Sometimes you may have 1, 2, 3, maybe 5 missing shingles, but the adjuster, the insurance company, is going to argue that this is repairable. Now, if it's repairable, most likely than not, that cost is going to be less than your deductible. So again, that's why claims don't get approved. Now, another reason is that the claim was done after you switch insurance company. So let's say the hailstorm happened in 2021, and let's say in 2022 you switched companies, and now you're trying to do an insurance claim. It's not going to work because you switched companies before the storm damage occurred. So whenever the storm damage happens, you have about a 2-year window to file a claim with the same insurance company you're with. So before you switch companies, before you start changing your policies, just make sure you don't have any damage on your roof, because it can cost you money. Now, the next question we ask is, should I sign a contingency agreement? Now, there's different people that have different opinions on this agreement. What a contingency agreement is that usually a roofing company is going to go out there and they're going to see that you do have storm damage. Now, they're going to make an agreement with you saying that we will repair everything. We will take care of the roof. We will do the whole entire process. We will handle the insurance company, and for the chance of us getting your business. So they will do all that. And what they're saying is that we will do all this for the opportunity to go ahead and get the roof done. Now, when it comes to contingency agreements, people have different opinions about this. My opinion is this: contingency agreements are there to protect the roofer, because sometimes we get homeowners that will call us. We go out there to the property, we do a full inspection, we help them out. We take out a time to go out there with the adjuster to schedule a time for us to go over everything. We get the claim approved, we go over the packet of everything, and then a homeowner maybe is like, well, I don't want to go with you even though you did all the work. I'm gonna go with Carl because Carl says he can pay my deductible. Now, that's illegal. Now, you could be liable for lawsuits. You could go down a very slippery slope, but they could say, well, I don't want to go with you. So the reason why contingency agreements were there was because that before a roofing company starts investing a lot of time, energy, and resources for your claim, they just want to be protected and know that they're going to get the job at the end of the day. You're not going to switch up on them or try to go this or that or play games. Contingency agreements are also there because sometimes homeowners will get the first check and they will spend it on a holiday, they'll spend it on a vacation, and then they're out of pocket. And they're going to try to negotiate like, look, I can't pay all of it, whatever it may be. Again, contingency agreements are there to protect the roofer, but sometimes they could be used to hold you hostage. They'll say, well, you signed a contingency agreement, so you have to go with us. If you're going to hire a roofing company that you trust, I see there's no problem for a contingency agreement. Again, contingency agreements are not bad. Just understand that they're there to protect the roofer. Look, this is an agreement between you as a homeowner and you as a roofer. So a roofer should do a good job to make sure everything is done correctly. They help you with the process and make sure everything is done smoothly to the best that they can do for you and your home. Now, with the homeowner, as long as you are very fair to your roofer and you're not trying to play games or this and that with them, then it's fine. So again, contingency agreements, you do not have to sign one. And to be fairly honest with you, a lot of them do not hold a lot of weight in the court of law. So even if you have one signed, they are really not as important or as binding as people would think. Another question we get asked is, should I go with door knockers? So a lot of times whenever there's storm damage in a specific area, what tends to happen is that roofing companies go out there and start knocking on doors, talking to homeowners, letting them know the process, getting on the roof, and trying to get the process started. Now, there are a lot of great companies out there that do door knocking. There is nothing wrong with door knocking. It's just a way for roofing companies to generate leads. Now, just do your research and make sure that the roofer you do go with is local. The last thing you want to go with is a roofer out of state. The reason being is that once everything gets done, if there's any issue with your roof after a year, after 2 years, and you cannot get in contact with that roofer company, or you cannot have them fix an issue, or they do something incorrectly, it's hard to find those roofers after the storm is gone. So just hire someone local because you want to make sure that the job is insured and there is a warranty on it. And if you have any issues down the road, you want to be able to contact and to get in touch with that roofing company. I can't tell you how many times I've heard of homeowners going with a guy that, was going to do this and that. They made some payments and then they never finished the job, or they stopped coming, or they never got the material, or they screwed the homeowner over, or they did get the job done. It looked good, but then after a couple months it started leaking. They tried to contact that person, but they were out of town. The business is shut down. They can't get a hold of them. So to save you those headaches, no, there's nothing wrong with hiring a door knocker. Just make sure that they're local and that they are a reputable company. Now, I hope those questions kind of helped answer some questions you had. Again, when it comes to the insurance process, it can get very confusing and there's a lot of questions out there. So if there's anything I missed, drop a comment down below and I'll do my best to answer those questions. And if you're still watching this video, I appreciate it. Drop a like, subscribe, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye-bye.